George of the jungle, strong as he can be. Watch out for that tree. George of the jungle lives a life that's free. Watch out for that tree. When he gets in a scrape, he makes his escape with the help of his friend, an 8-day-day. Then away he'll schlep on his elephant ship, while Fella and Ursula stay in step. Well, George of the jungle, friend to you and me. Watch out for that tree. Watch out for that tree. George of the jungle, friend to you and me. George of the jungle, strong as he can be. Watch out for that tree. When he gets in a scrape, he makes his escape with the help of his friend, an 8-day-day. Then away he'll schlep on his elephant ship, while Fella and Ursula stay in step. Well, George of the jungle, friend to you and me. Watch out for that tree.
Yes, George? I, Seymour Nudnik, world's richest tycoon, will give you $5 gazillion if you will sell me Mwebwe province.
$5 gazillion?
Price is right. Why world's richest typhoon want Mwebwe province?
Tycoon. Because the Mwebwe is loaded with a rare metal. What you call him? I want to dig it all up.
But what about jungle, forest, stream, open range, where deer and antelope play?
Oh, all that has to go, of course.
I think I just heard a discouraging word.
Then as long as George, king of jungle, it no sale.
Good for you, George.
Bad for you, George, because by this time next week, you won't be king of the jungle.
And the very next day...
Oh! Hey, that's Seymour Nudnik, world's richest typhoon.
Tycoon. No, this is Seymour Nudnik, king of the jungle.
Little pot-bellied man blown his mind. You can't be king of jungle.
Why not?
Got no muscles.
I got something better than muscles. Money.
And so for the first time in his career, George faced competition in being king of the jungle.
Look, folks, George battle fierce lion. Take that.
Roar!
And that. Now, Nairobi, knee drop. Give up. Yay! Let's see you battle lion.
Sure enough, Sonny.
Yay! Seymour got special punch.
No. Frankly, I paid him to take a dive.
Leon. But George still #1 in hearts of peaceful villages.
Vote for Seymour Nudnik for king of the jungle, folks. I promise you 2 cars in every garage and 2 missionaries in every pot.
Yay, Seymour!
George, this means real trouble. If there were an election for king of the jungle tomorrow, you'd lose.
Thank goodness, no chance of that.
Heard about the election tomorrow, George?
Election tomorrow. Commissioner!
We haven't had one for donkey's years. Mr. Nudnik's idea, really. Splendid chap, generous to a fault.
How Commissioner know that?
He gave me this Rolls Badley limousine. Can't think why. Some nonsense about what you call him. Home, James. This is terrible.
Ape, not worry. George have secret weapon.
George, you must challenge Seymour before tomorrow's election.
Better yet, George challenge Seymour before election.
Perhaps that would be better.
Seymour Nudnik, George challenge you.
Ooh. Certainly, young fellow. To what?
How about who can swing through trees best?
Oh, very well.
Watch. How about this? No hands.
My way is faster and safer.
How come you no hit trees like George?
Built-in radar. Cost 200 thou. Worth every penny.
Yay, Seymour!
What next, nature boy?
Over there, rogue elephant running amok, destroying native village. George subdue him with jungle judo throw like... Something like that.
My turn now. All right, Luella, do your stuff.
And a gorgeous female elephant approached the angry road. Smitten with her fatal beauty, he left the village peacefully.
Where Seymour get beautiful girl elephant?
She's not real, George. She's a specially built model elephant. Costs 300 G's. But when one of my villages is at stake, hang the expense.
Yay! Last challenge. Animal calling. You pick animal.
Sure thing. I choose hippos.
Hot ziggies. George's favorite call. You first.
Okay. Calling all hippos. Calling all hippos. Come in, hippos.
Oh. What kind of hippo call that?
A pretty good one, actually, for unethical Seymour Nudnik had already stationed hundreds and dozens of hippos all around the province. And at his command, they were released and driven toward the clearing.
George, we're up to our expectations in hippos.
But see what happened when George called.
Are you sure you know the right call, George?
Sure, Mike. Hippo call go.
Sure enough, there was a crackling noise in the bushes, and there emerged a host of the oddest-looking people. Long hair, freaky clothes, throwing flowers.
And what are they saying?
Love, 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 love.
Yeah.
George, you didn't call the hippos. You called the hippies.
Yeah.
Well, George, I guess you lose.
No. Now we have election.
What?
Well, the results were obvious. The hippie vote went solidly for George.
The winner, and still the king of the jungle, George.
Yeah.
You voted for George because he's the good guy. Loves animals and flowers.
No, man, because George swings.
Yeah.
So Seymour Nudnik left Africa, and George was reinstated as monarch of all he surveyed.
Told you George had secret weapon.
Secret weapon? What was it, George?
Dumb luck.
When you find yourself in danger, when you're threatened by a stranger, when it looks like you will take a licking, there is someone waiting who will hurry up and rescue you. Just call for Super Chicken. Fred, if you're afraid, you'll have to overlook it. Besides, you knew the job was dangerous when you took it. He will drink his super sauce and throw the bad guys for a loss, and he will bring them in alive and kicking. There is one thing you should learn when there is no one else to turn to. Call for Super Chicken. Call for Super Chicken.
Our story begins in the desolate countryside just outside Pittsburgh, PA. This is sinister Happy Dell Castle, home of the distinguished mad scientist, Dr. Coodby.
At last, Igor, my life's work, ready for the finishing stroke. Pull the switch.
This is going to play heck with the light bill, Doc.
It's worth it, Igor. For look, on the table, my masterpiece. The world's first living toupee. A wig that actually grows. Look, it's just a butch. Now it's a ducktail surfer. Now it's a beetle cut. Now it's just ridiculous.
And the mad scientist found himself trapped in an ominous, writhing mass of angry hair.
Down, boy! Igor, we've created a monster.
How come all of a sudden it's we?
Trick, get a hairnet, large size.
Too late. The living toupee leaped from a parapet into the inky night. Its first stop was at a barber shop where it smashed a window and consumed 14 gallons of hair tonic. Maddened by the tonic, the hairpiece went on a night-long spree of destruction. The citizens were terrified.
Look, there it is.
Yes, the fantastic wig had draped itself atop the tallest building in Pittsburgh. Fortunately, the penthouse of that building was the home of Henry Cabot Henhouse III.
Known to a favored few as Super Chicken.
And his friend, Fred.
Known to a favored few as Pupsy.
It's stuffy in here, Fred. Open the window.
Okay.
As Fred opened the window, a lock of maddened hair entered and seized him.
Put me down, whatever you are.
Seizing a nearby blade, Henry snipped through the hair, releasing Fred.
But cluttering up the carpet, something fierce.
A wild hair on the loose. This looks like a job for
The Pittsburgh Barber College.
No, Fred.
They got a great varsity squad this year.
Fred, please.
#1 in all the barber polls.
Fred!
Okay. It's a job for Super Chicken.
Get the super sauce.
Right. Here.
So soon?
It's the new instant sauce. You just add water. I should have told you. Boiling water.
The super sauce went to work, and in no time, Henry was changed from a pin-feathered chicken into a fine-feathered super chicken.
To the super coop, Fred.
Roger Wilcox.
And once more, the mighty bird took to the sky in his never-ending battle against injustice, evil, and high food prices.
There it is, Fred. An enormous living toupee.
It certainly makes that old building look years younger.
First, I'll give it a shot from my wristwatch disintegrator. This thing needs a good cleaning.
Why? It disintegrated.
Hang on, Fred. I'm going to change the super coop into its electric razor configuration.
With his egg craft changed to a razor, Super Chicken dived again and again at the hairy monster. But the hair grew faster than he could cut it. Next, he tried super hairspray. It only made the hair shiny and soft to the touch. But at last, weary of the game and badly hacked at the sideburns, the giant toupee slid off the building and disappeared into the streets of downtown Pittsburgh.
We'll have to track it down, Fred.
How?
Easy. We'll follow that trail of unsightly dandruff.
But it was harder than it appeared, for the giant toupee was a cunning thing. In Nebraska, it bleached itself blonde and disguised itself as a wheat field. In Oklahoma, it doused itself with greasy kid stuff and disguised itself as a huge pool of oil. Weeks later in Texas, at the Houston Barber Supply Warehouse, where it had glutted itself on the week's output of hair restorer.
It's bigger than ever, Super Chicken.
Fred, what makes hair fall out?
Gravity?
No, worry.
Oh.
We have to worry that giant toupee to death.
And the brilliant bird started a campaign of worry against the monster. He made midnight telephone calls.
I see what you're doing. Aren't you ashamed of yourself?
He sent mysterious telegrams.
Telegram for the living toupee. Congratulations, it's twins. Signed, Cupie.
It's working. Look at that hair fall out.
Pour it on, Fred.
X3. Long hair causes tularemia, say doctors.
Congress passes 20% tax on all hair.
And then Super Chicken's masterstroke.
Special delivery from the draft board. You have been classified 1A.
That did it. Within moments, the remaining hair had fallen, and all that remained was an enormous, powerless bald.
Yay! We're saved! But what are we Houston folks gonna do with a 10-story dome?
What else? Play ball.
Yes, with a monstrous dome converted to a popular sports arena, the mighty chicken had done it again. So when you hear that cry in the sky,
you'll know that Super Chicken is sitting way up in the bleachers.
Tom Slick, let me tell you why he's the best of all good guys. Tom Slick, in the Thunderbolt Slapper once he's on your tail. He won't quit because you know there's no such word as fail to Tom Slick.
Welcome to the Mac Buster Trophy Race, sponsored by Buster Mac, head of the famous restaurant chain, Mac's Snack Shacks.
This week featuring the triple-decker iguana burger.
Thank you, Buster. The planes are already jockeying for starting position, and what a field of flying fools we have with us. From La Belle, France, the Eiffel Power Nose Jet, piloted by France LaBelle.
Hello, baby.
From Great Britain, the Sopwith Mini Coupe and its pilot, beetle-browed Lenny Johns. Watch her, love. Just passing the pylon is the daring Cossack, Ivan Orphalich, in the Moscow Mule, a remarkable craft with 2 left wings.
Da, tovarищ.
And here is the odds-on favorite to win the Macbuster Trophy, the snub-wing cowl hauler, piloted by Mr. Bum Sport himself, the villainous Baron Automatic. Baron to Clutcher, come in.
Yes, master.
Are you ready with your knapsack full of dirty tricks?
Oh, yeah. I might even say, you got the race in the bag. Gee, my master has long arms.
But of course, right now, there's only one question on everyone's lips. Where is Tom Slick?
Where is Tom Slick?
Where is Tom Slick?
Where is Tom Slick?
Where is Tom Slick? Oh, that's me. And here I am in Gertie Growler's garage, where I have just finished converting the Thunderbolt grease slapper to a flying machine.
Oh, that is a too much sky buggy, Tom Slick.
Glad you like it, Gertie. It certainly cost a lot of money.
You're telling me, Tom boy. It was my money, remember?
Yes, Gertie. You're a true friend of racing.
They think highly of me at the loan company, too.
Gertie, you mean?
Yep. I mortgaged the garage for $50,000 so Tom could build his plane.
Gertie Growler, you're all heart.
I must be. I sure don't have any brains.
Well, girls, it's takeoff time.
Oh, Tom, take these flowers as a good luck charm.
Thank you, Marigold. They're goldenrod.
Yes, Tom. In flower language, goldenrod means good luck.
In medical language, it means hay fever. I can't take your flowers, Marigold.
You're lucky I can't take Marigold.
Then here, Tom, take my pruning shears instead.
Thank you, Marigold.
Little snip.
And goodbye.
I'll be rooting for you, Tom.
So will I.
Me too.
Who's he?
He's from the loan company.
The planes are approaching the starting line. And the Thunderbolt grease slapper takes the lead.
Yay!
It's followed by the Nose Jet, the Mini Coupe, and the Moscow Mule. Baron Automatic is dead last.
Boo!
I'm off to a bad start, Clutcher, and it's all your fault.
Mighty Baron, how could it be my fault? It's my fault.
Quick, use the Magno Cloud gun.
Yes, master.
Oh, the Moscow Mule seems to have run into a fog bank. Now it has run into the First National Bank. And the untrustworthy Baron Automatic moves into 4th place. Clutcher, it's time for the atomic dart pellet.
If I'd known this was going to happen, I'd have worn my white-on-white shorts.
Is that Lenny Johns, Gertie?
From here, it looks like Longy John's.
With the Mini Coupe out of the race, Baron Automatic has moved into 3rd place. Tom Slick still holds his lead, but narrowing the gap is fearless France LaBelle.
Yay!
Quick, Clutcher, the high-compression jet corker.
Right away, master.
Mademoiselle, your engine is coughing.
And its nose is stopped up.
There's a lot of that going around.
Au revoir, Monsieur Slick.
Ask Gertie Growler to put a mustard plaster on your afterburner.
With the nose jet down with a sinus condition, the race is reduced to a contest between good guy Tom Slick and bad guy Baron Automatic.
I had a feeling this was going to happen.
Why?
It always does, hon.
But this time with a different ending. Clutcher, the skyhook cannon.
Yes, master.
Uh-oh, what's this? A huge grappling hook is approaching the Thunderbolt grease slapper. It's caught in a wing strut. The Thunderbolt grease slapper is stopping. It's going backwards. And here comes the Baron. Crank harder, Clutcher, harder.
Look, Gertie. Tom is climbing out on the wing.
Don't jump, Tom boy. Think of old Gertie and the mortgage.
He's not going to jump. He's using my pruning shears to cut through the wing strut.
Sheer good luck.
This skyhook is falling. Falling. Uh-oh. Clutcher! Clutcher!
Yes, master. Harder. Harder. I got it now. I got it.
You've got what?
I got trouble.
For the first time, Clutcher, you are absolutely right.
Tom Slick, I present you with the Macbuster Trophy.
Yay!
$50,000 first prize.
Yay!
And a gift certificate for a triple-decker iguana burger.
Blech!
Exactly $50,000. You know what that means.
Yes, it means after all that hard work, you just broke even.
Don't worry, Gertie. In racing, all the good guys eventually get ahead.
Glad to hear it. You could certainly use one.
George, George, George of the jungle, strong as he can be. Watch out for that tree. George, George, George of the jungle lives a life that's free. Watch out for that tree. When he gets in the scrape, he makes his escape with the help of his friend, an 8-day Dave. Then away he'll schlep on his elephant shep, while Fella and Ursula stay in step. Well, George, George, George of the jungle, friend to you and me. Watch out for that tree. Watch out for that tree. George, George, George of the jungle, friend to